Boosie was involved in a serious car crash with reportedly multiple people injured.
Fresh out the hospital. No, I ain't wrecked no fucking car. I don't never wreck no car. Stupid ass niggas wreck my car. My fourth car in 6 months. I ain't never wrecked. So that's what it is. I ain't wrecking nothing.
Folks, Boosie just survived a terrifying car crash in Georgia, and now rumors are flying that rapper Yella Beezy's crew might be connected to the chaos. And if this is true, this ain't the first Yella tried Boosie. So what really went down on that highway? And why is Boosie breaking his silence? Let's get into the whole story. So Boosie was caught up in a pretty scary car crash on Monday, 7th April. And honestly, the whole thing sounds like something straight out of a movie. It happened down in Georgia on Interstate 95. Eyewitnesses say a car came blazing through a red light like it had a death wish and ended up causing a major pileup. Now, before the internet could even catch his breath, rumors were already swirling that Boosie was behind the wheel. There were speculations left and right. Many hinted he might have been driving recklessly, while some said he was drinking while driving. Some even said that he passed away, but his team shut down the speculations real quick, as Boosie wasn't the one behind this. Somehow he keeps coming out untouched. This car accident that could have easily gone south. But here's the kicker, not a single scratch on him, not even a bruise. And even though he ended up at the hospital, word on the street is he wasn't there for himself. He just wanted to make sure the driver was all right. Say what you want about Boosie, but moments like this really tug at one's heart a little. It's like behind all the headlines and wild stories, there's a guy who genuinely cares, and you already know how the internet works. Speculations started running wild that Yella Beezy's crew had a hand in his recent car crash, because Boosie recently exposed how Yella tried to take him out, and honestly, this man has been through hell. We're talking 5 actual attempts on his life, not to mention that he's already taken a bullet hit and walked away bruised from another.
I've been scraped.
By bullets?
Yeah.
How many times?
I've been scraped once, hit once, and missed 5, 6.
The hit once is the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
So you've been scraped once by a bullet?
Yeah.
Missed 5 times?
Yeah.
So when something as sketchy as a car accident happens, and you've got a past full of near-death experiences, it's not shocking that he's side-eyeing everyone, even old acquaintances. Now here's where things get messy. Turns out Yella Beezy was in Boosie's circle back in the day, and allegedly Yellow was the one who got Boosie shot in Dallas in 2020. It all went down while Boosie was in town showing love and paying his respects after Mo3's tragic red rum.
You went out to the Big T Plaza. Can I ask what you were doing down there?
Shit, I was just getting some clothes.
Okay.
Getting some clothes and shit.
What kind of car were you in?
I don't know, man. I woke up and I was shot. I was in the hospital.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about that whole thing. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no police report or nothing now.
Really?
I told them, nah, ain't no police report or nothing.
Laughing?
Yeah, you know when you get shot, it's a blessing. Because God can take you.
Because you're still alive?
Yeah.
So you were happy that you were alive?
Yeah, every time I get shot, I'm happy I'm alive.
Okay.
And let's just say that hit Boosie hard. Mo3 was like family.
He reached out to, my brother was like, we gotta go sign this Mo3 out Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And we went down there to a show and rocked that. Mo3 was one of the most talented rappers that never been took away, bro. Like he had that kind of talent. Like, you know, he's one of the most talented rappers that never been took away, bro.
And we all know what's happening with Yella recently. The man's been indicted. He got hit with some heavy charges, capital red rum for hire no less. The grand jury in Dallas County came down with that decision on March 18th, and just 2 days later, boom, he's in cuffs.
We are sharing some new details about the murder of a man gunned down on a Dallas highway 5 years ago. Dallas police are now saying that rapper Yella Beezy hired a hitman, Mo3, his one-time friend turned rival. This all happened back in 2020, just before noon on I-35, south of the Dallas Zoo. Dallas police arrested Kawan Dontrell White for He is in federal prison for firearm charges connected to that shooting. Now, police say Marquise Conway, who also goes by Yella.
This whole situation with Mo3 is way darker than anyone expected. Authorities thinks Yella might have paid Kenon White to take Mo3 out. They say White pulled up next to Mo3's car, hopped out with a gun in hand, and Mo3, clearly realizing what was happening, tried to run for his life. It's gut-wrenching to even picture. But White allegedly fired several as Mo3 ran. Mo3 got hit, and later he died at the hospital, and it doesn't even end there. Another man, Devin Brown, 32, has also been dragged into this mess and indicted alongside White. Yella's jail stay didn't last nearly as long as people thought it would, and honestly, it's got folks talking. He was initially locked up in Dallas County with a staggering $2 million bond hanging over his head, but then out of nowhere, his bond gets slashed down to $750,000. And just like that, the next day, he walks out a free man.
A judge granted rapper Yella Beezy a lesser bond. This was his first court appearance. It was all about the bond that he was assigned to him when he was first arrested. Now, Yella Beezy, whose real name is Marquise Conway, he was arrested just last week in a for hire plot. So some background for you. Conway was initially given a $2 million bond. His defense team argued he could not afford that, and he needed to be in a position where he could continue to provide for his immediate and extended family. And despite the prosecution arguing that Conway could pay a $2 million bond if he wanted to because he lives in a mansion in Frisco and flies in private jets, Conway now returns to jail with a $750,000 bond instead. So it went from $2 million to $750,000.
And now with Boosie's crash, many can't help but raise an eyebrow. Something about this just doesn't sit right. Many online users have made comments signaling the suspect foul play. One online user wrote, "The fact they lowered his bond says it all. He's going to walk." Another wrote, "What's done in the dark always comes to light." Folks have been wondering why Boo's been lying low lately. I mean, it's not like him to go completely silent, right? But if you know Boosie, you know he's not the type to run to the cops every time something goes down. He handles things his own way. Still, it's hard not to feel sorry for him. He's dodged more than a few close calls, like real attempts on his life. It's wild. And while he's made his share of enemies over the years, people can't help but side-eye Yella Beezy's ties to Mo3, who we all know had serious beef with Yella. The whole thing just feels messy, dangerous, and honestly kind of tragic. Now let's be clear right now, everything is just speculation. But the streets are talking. Was his car accident really just an accident? Or could it have been a setup to take him out? And what about the rumored connection between Yella Beezy and Mo3's tragic death? Could Boosie's friendship with Mo3 have made him the next target? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an update.